welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today we are going to talk about using up a collection kit. So I managed to make 29 layouts, 26 single page and 3 double page layouts out of one collection. So I thought I would do a little bit of a layout share. Okay, so here we go. This is the layouts that I have from the Toy Box collection of Bo Bunny. Now this collection is from 2016, but I did find it available at Frantic Stamper. It's a US store. I've never purchased from there, but I will link it below in case you're interested in making a purchase. And I had the collection pack for this, some extra 12 by 12 sheets, the 6 by 6 paper pad, and 2 die cut packs, the sticker sheet from the collection pack. And then I also incorporated into my kit the Bo Bunny Double Dot Brights background cardstocks. I also added in, of course, some white cardstock and some cream cardstock because cream is in the collection for backgrounds. So here we go. Now this was a layout that I made as part of the RTS collection cut up. To start, I will show you how I used the collection with little boy themed layouts, because although I think it's a storybook collection and can be used for boys or girls, the primary colors were the reason I bought it, to scrapbook about this little guy. So here we go. This was one of the first layouts I did for collection cut up at RTS on International Scrapbook Day. And so she just tells you how to like cut down your papers. It was similar to her 4x4 series, but on a bigger scale. So we did 12 layouts together with her this time. This didn't really have a sketch or a purpose or anything. It just was, I had a bunch of scraps. I turned them into banners. This was like my last 12-inch strip from the collection. And so I just ran it across the bottom and made a little layout. And I love these Bo Bunny Double Dot cardstocks. I'll be sad when they're all gone because they are, for me, they're like nice and sturdy cardstock, but they look like patterned paper, and I like to have patterned paper backgrounds most of the time, not always. This is another one from the collection cut up series at RTS, and I will link the RTS Patreon down below. It's very much worth the $1 you pay, or if you're in Canada like me, it's $1.50 a month, and there is a ton of content on there. So much information. It's like getting classes for free every month. I just love it there. And lovely community too. This one was a sketch from International Scrapbook Day on the Jennifer Edwardson Creative Inc. Facebook group. Jennifer Edwardson is a creator from Canada, and I have taken live classes with her. That's how we met. And she does a class that I really love called Use Your Own Product. And I've taken that class live many times. And it was the last class I think I took in person before the lockdowns started. And she comes to Calgary and we do 20 layouts in 12 hours. It's quite the epic marathon, and I absolutely love coming away with 20 completed layouts, or almost completed. And so she does a version of this on her Facebook page once every couple of weeks, where she posts a sketch on Friday, and we come together, we bring our pictures and our papers, and we come together on Sunday, and she creates a layout with us, and we make it. And the basis of the class is using your own product so that you can create beautiful things. And so this was the same sort of idea. She posted sketches and we just created from them, minus the live stream, I guess. This one was inspired by an International Scrapbook Day challenge on the SG Scrap Squad. So Debbie Saunders posted a sketch for International Scrapbook Day on the Thursday before, and this was the layout I came up with. There's a video for this one if you want to look back. Here's another one from Collection Cut Up at RTS. I love how Janet just tells you the measurements of the paper and then kind of shows you a bunch of different ways to configure your page, and yeah, so easy, easy, and so many layouts for such little collections. Okay, this one was another one from Jennifer Edwardson's Creative Ink Facebook page on International Scrapbook Day. She did post 5 sketches, so I got 5 layouts from that. And I think some of my older layouts from this collection, the ones that'll be posted in photo form at the end, were also from Jennifer Edwardson's Use Your Own Product Sunday Lives. So this one's story time. I ran out of letter O, so I just used a clear button and backed it with some coordinating paper to spell my word story. How cute is he reading to his bear? When I was there, he was calling that bear baby, which kills me because the thing is twice his size. Anyway, Collection Cut Up. This is one I talked about in my last video about the Twin Towers and my reaction to little Quentin crashing his plane into a tall block tower. This one was inspired by the Scrap Shots paper crafting group on Facebook. And Scrap Shots is a online store here in Canada. I think they're based out of Calgary. I've shopped from them before. Excellent customer service, always get what I'm looking for, good communication, never had a problem with them. I've also shopped with them live at Crop and Create. And this particular challenge had a live attached to it, which was lovely. The girls from there are also sweet. And this particular one was called Scrabble, I believe. And so it was to, she had a bunch of different ways to use your letters or whatever to make crosswords or how to do it. And what I did was I had these left on, this was still from times when the collection kit came with an alpha on the sticker sheet. And so this was the alpha on the sticker sheet. I didn't feel like I had a bunch of super useful letters left, so I just and these don't really have anything to do with the photos, they're just words. And the only thing I wish I'd done differently is I wish I'd put this on like a grid paper or something, because the white is really stark to me, but I still think it's really cute and it's a fantastic way to use up those letter stickers. I think I had like 3 or 4 left that I threw in the garbage, but it makes you really feel like you're using your stuff. This one was another Jennifer Edwardson inspired sketch from her Facebook group, and the sketch actually was this way where the tags were connected, but I turned mine because all my pictures were vertical, and also because I wanted to use the journaling card or the cut apart cards from this collection and turn them into little tags. So I thought that was a super cute idea that she had. This one, Daddy's Apple, this was my first ever YouTube video. It was inspired by Allison Davis for SG. She has currently a scrapbook single page with like single page 12 by 12 layouts with 6 by 6 paper pads, and this was the first layout of her class or sketch from her class, and so that's what that is. I love this class. I don't think you can get into it anymore, but it's super good. I have to put that picture back on. It fell off. Okay, now that's what I bought the kit for, was to scrapbook a little boy or my little boys. And I definitely think that just because you buy it for one thing doesn't mean that's the only thing it can be used for. So here we go. These are pictures of my granddaughter. So little girl pages. Look at that little Mary, Mary, quite contrary So cute. And this one is about her tummy time and how it tires her out and she falls asleep on her playmat and her little brother still plays with her or thinks he's playing with her and bats her toys around. Super cute. So little girl. This was also a Jennifer Edwardson Creative Inc. Facebook page inspired layout. She just has some very beautiful ideas. Another one, this one's another RTS collection cut up. And another one of these Bo Bunny double dot backgrounds. This one was also an International Scrapbooking Day challenge from Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. So their challenges are on their blog and they're open still until the 19th of May, I believe. And this one, so you can go in and look at all of their challenges on their blog. The sketch challenge offered a variety of sketches, so you had to go into their current issue of the magazine, which is available for free online to anybody. I'll link that below as well. And they had a bunch of different sketches you could choose from, and this sketch was actually built this way with the horizontal photos. But again, I wanted to use these cut aparts in my layout, so I just twisted the sketch 45 degrees and here we are. And perfect for a little girl, right? Here's another one. Now I had 2 die cut packs that had these big words or letters that spell loved for a title. So I used one for my grandson's book and this one for my granddaughter's book. So this one's all about how I walked into the room and all focus was on little Emmy, which just warmed my heart because her brother is a very busy guy and not always terribly interested in what his sister's doing, but his mom does a really good job of like facilitating a relationship between the 2 kids, and it just melted my heart. So I did a layout about that. But this layout itself was inspired by another challenge from Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. I'll link their blog below. And it was Stamp Your Heart Out. So it was about using stamps on your layouts. And I don't do that enough. I forget how lovely it is, but look at how little patterned paper I used on here. So these are die cuts, die cut. This is a patterned paper banner. This strip is a patterned paper. And then this is all just stamping on white cardstock. So, I mean, wow, hey? And still very beautiful. And then the rest of my layouts are layouts about travel. So, how do you use a storybook themed collection for travel layouts? Well, let me show you. First of all, you travel to a place like the Enchanted Forest, which is storybook based. And I actually wish I would have thought of scrapbooking some of these Enchanted Forest photos before I made some of the other ones, because I had pictures of like the various nursery rhymes that they have around here. This is a roadside attraction, I guess, in British Columbia. And we used to take our kids there when they were younger. So this is from 2006, this layout. Or these pictures, I mean. And these, they have this little, in the forest, somebody has carved these little houses out of tree trunks, and it's really cute. So this place is storybook themed, so of course it went very well with my storybook collection. Now this is another one. Oh, where was this one inspired from? That was also a collection cut up layout, as is this one. This is a double page. Let me see if I can fit this in. Yes, I can. Okay. So now these, in case you're wondering, these are just covering up. We used to have foster children, and of course wherever we went, they went. So they're in some of our family photos. So just for confidentiality reasons, I have some of the pictures covered up. So this is again the Enchanted Forest, and look here, like this is Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? This is Jack and the Beanstalk, the old woman who lived in a shoe. I think this one was the Three Bears, The Cow Jumped Over the Moon, Hey Diddle Diddle. Yeah, super cute. So very storybook themed. So perfect for this collection, right? Absolutely love that. This is also from our 2006 trip. This little guy is he's 17. He'll be 18 soon. He's graduating from high school next month. And his brother is 23 and finished college and working and successful little young man. Yeah, so long time ago, but still very important to document those memories for me. I love documenting the fun things we did when they were kids. This is another RTS collection cut up. She did, I think, 4 double page layouts, and I think I only did 3 of the 4. The other one I did as a single page. And this was another, are we all in frame here? This is another double pager. This is of the kids going to their aunt's house. And their aunt lives on an acreage, and so they do a lot of, I wanted it to be kind of playful. Like, here's my husband playing with our niece, and there's our oldest son jumping on the trampoline, and, you know, I just wanted it to be very playful, so I thought this was an appropriate layout or collection to use for that. Now this one, also from the collection cut up series, and I absolutely love this configuration that Janet came up with for using these cuts of paper, where it kind of like, I mean, it wasn't a big deal, like you just kind of tilted them out, fanned them out, but I just really love the effect. And this background paper I've had forever. It's like a paper pad I think I got from Michael's or something, and it's embossed cardstock. But the colors are so bright, it's hard to match them with things. So when I find something it matches with, it's good to remember to pull them out. And this is in Seattle. There's a troll under the bridge. And I don't know if you can see it, but like here is like an actual Volkswagen Beetle. It looks like he kind of reached up off the bridge and picked it up, and he's hanging on to it. And this is my son sitting up here. So I mean, huge, right? But it reminded me of this story of the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. And my mom used to tell me that story. She didn't necessarily read it. She would just like retell it. And she used to do all the voices, and I loved it. So anyways, who's that trip trapping over my bridge? So I thought that was a cute way to document our little visit to the troll under the bridge. This is another one from Collection Cut Up from RTS. And this is a picture of me. And the reason I used this collection for it is because when we had made this stop on our road trip, we drove all the way to Portland in one day. So from where we live, that's a 17-hour drive. And when we arrived, we were pretty hungry. So we went to Red Robin. We always like to eat at places that we don't have here. We went to Red Robin, we were waiting, and I said to the kid, I was trying to distract my kids because everybody was so hungry, and I was like, let's go play in the kiddies section. And my kids are grown, they don't want to play in the kiddies section, but they like laughing at me. So I sat here and I was taking pictures and goofing around, and the table came faster than we expected. And so my husband was like kind of annoyed with me, and he's like, come on, little Miss Muffet, because I was sitting on this little tuffet. So I thought that this was the perfect collection to document that. And here is another from the Collection Cut Up series, and it is another double page layout, and it has, this is about Powell's Bookstore. Now because this was story themed, it kind of went, and I did use like the book paper across the top, but I mean really I just used the B-sides of the paper, and it doesn't even look storybook themed really. And I used the flowers from the die cut pack to embellish. And I just told the story of how we were fascinated by this amazing store. And my husband found a book written by Susan Atkins while she was in prison. And he was he's very fascinated by that kind of true crime stuff, and was very excited to find that book while we were there. So that's that's how I documented that. Now this I put with the travel stuff because this was a trip. This was my kids, when they turn 15, I take them all to Toronto where my brother lives, and I take them on the subway and show them around the big city and show them that it's not so scary and how to deal with encountering people who are begging for money or food or whatever. And so that when they are adults and they have the opportunity to travel, we don't get to travel a whole ton. And when we do, it's usually to like a resort or an amusement park. But I want them to just have that skill to be able to navigate a big city. So the first time it happened, it was just happenstance. My oldest son was doing playing baseball, and their team made it to nationals, and the nationals happened to be in Vaughan, Ontario, which is just outside. It's like a suburb of Toronto. And so we spent some time also in Toronto navigating the big city and seeing my brother and his girlfriend. And so then I was like, this was a great idea because it gave him so many life skills. And so I made sure to do it with my other two kids too. And the time that this little guy, Aiden, became 15 and I wanted to take him to Ontario, it was the same time that our oldest son had and his wife had their first child. So Quentin was born. And so part of our trip was meeting the little one. And so Aiden hasn't had a ton of experience around little kids. And so I was just enamored by the way he didn't just like, oh yeah, this is nice. I'm holding the baby. He learned how to feed him and soothe him and burp him and all those things, but he never wanted to change diapers. So this one is Becoming Uncle Aiden, and it will go in his album, not the baby's album. But I put it with my travel photos because it was a trip. So that's it for that. Now there are 3 other layouts. They are about my little guy. And I will add them in picture form at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. So that is that is 26 of my 29 layouts. The other 3 will be in photo form at the end. And I will, if you want to see the things that we talked about in this video, hit that show more button down underneath the video description to find the links to the things that we talked about. And if you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. It would be very much appreciated if you'd hit that like button and give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos here at Paper Route Scrapbooking, please click that subscribe button and be sure to hit that notification bell to be notified every time a new video goes up. Thanks for watching.